Late night evening chat, man. Um, just wait on my people to join, and we gon' you ain't bother. I said you ain't bother. Huh? I am leaning back. When you talk to the microphone, they hear your voice clearly. Not really. Not really. Are you gonna join? You don't want to join me? What's up, Tyson? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing this evening? Somebody asked me to go live again this evening since I was at work, so I'm back. I'm back going live. I know it's late. I pretty much had a late shift, worked a little overtime. Hope everyone's day's been going good. Like I said, I've had a long day at work, worked a little overtime, got in kind of late. Like I said, somebody asked me to go live later on this evening since I went live this morning, just right before I went to work. So here I am. What's up, Woody? It's good to see you again. Good to see you again. What are you doing, man? Right now, I'm just chilling, relaxing. Got my podcast equipment hooked up to my phone, and I thought I'd bring out the equipment, to talk to y'all. Make it sound more legit. So yeah, yep. How you doing, Woody? How you been? Did you have a good day at work? What's up? What's up, King Goat 127? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there? Hope everyone doing good. I hope everybody had a good day at work. Like I said, Mondays are not not well. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure I'm not the only one to feel this way. But Mondays are not one of my favorite days to begin the weekend. But hey, it is what it is. It's Monday. We made it. We got through it. And like I said, the only thing we do is just get prepared for tomorrow. That's all you can do. I'm about to go to work right now. Oh, Woody, you about to go to work, man? They said I work at Walmart from that time. Oh, hey, you don't have to. Hey, of my 6 years that I was in patrol, the night shift was my shift from 10:50 to 6:50. Night shift was the fun shift. Yeah, so I get it. I enjoyed night shift for a while until I got burnt out of it. So, and then after a while, after working night shift for so long, I didn't feel normal anymore. I didn't have a normal schedule. While everyone was out, working and enjoying life, and I'm the one at the house that's sleeping all day. I didn't spend no money. Well, you know what? Yeah, I guess the probably one of the reasons why I enjoy working night shift because I didn't spend a lot of money because I was too tired to spend money. So I was basically at the house just chilling, sleeping, and watching TV until it's time for me to get up and for work and to go again. So, do you play Fortnite? No, I don't play Fortnite. I haven't even had the opportunity to play Fortnite, but I do play. I play a lot of first person shooter games, but I'm not really much of a gamer. But I will play. Like I said, I do play Call of Duty, and I've heard about. My son was just telling me about Ready or Not. He said it's kind of realistic. By me being a law enforcement officer, I kind of do want to play it just to see what it's like. So But no, I don't play Fortnite. My son used to play Fortnite a lot all the time, but I guess I don't hear much about him playing it anymore. But you know, well, like I said, I'm not a diehard gamer, but I will play the game for entertainment and to go live. You know, just to see that I'm playing or to see when I'm playing. But like I said, I'm not like these gamers who who have nothing to do but to be at home and go live all the time and play games. So I have real life bills. I have real life mortgage. I have car note. Insurance. I got to pay all of that. So I don't really have time to play the game like that. But from time to time, either I'm working overtime, so in most cases, I'm either usually too tired to play the game, or the only time I kind of do have time to play the video game is on the weekends. So the Warrior, I just came. Thanks for your help. Oh, no problem, Warrior. I appreciate you for joining. Say I can't play my. How come you can't play your Xbox? You know what? Actually, I can't play my Xbox either, but I do have the Xbox app on my laptop, and actually, my I had to ship my Xbox to Microsoft because I couldn't see anything. So I did a work order on Microsoft. I shipped my Xbox Series X off to them. I was supposed to be getting it back either between to tomorrow and the 16th or something like that. But yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Oh, okay. I don't know if I consider myself a YouTuber, but I will say that I do enjoy um this platform. I do enjoy YouTube platform due to the simple fact that I think I'm more comfortable, interacting with people that I don't know on YouTube, and just in general, just in people in general. I enjoy chatting with people I don't really know, but I guess I'm more comfortable speaking with you all versus um, Facebook and Instagram. Like I said, majority of my family and friends are either on Instagram or Facebook, so I don't really feel as comfortable, talking on Facebook and Instagram because I don't want to feel prejudged by people that I know versus coming on YouTube, going live, and I'm chatting with people that I know from all around the world, people from other states, and it just I just feel more comfortable just chatting with people on YouTube versus any other platform. And like I said, I've tried TikTok. I just can't get the algorithm for TikTok, and yeah, so I deleted my TikTok account, and I'm kind of thinking about deleting my Instagram. Well, excuse me, I'm thinking about deleting my Instagram account, but the reason why I keep my Instagram account because I have a photography account with Instagram. So yes, I do. I do photography as well. Like I said, my business has been kind of slow. Like I said, school started. It's hot outside. Well, it's hot here in Memphis, Tennessee. It's hot in the South. So no one wants to do outdoor portraits and photography when it's hot here in the South, especially here in Memphis, Tennessee. So usually my photography business usually picks up, during during the fall and during prom. So so that's what my photography business pick up. So yeah, that's just about the only reason why I still have my Instagram account. And of course, I have Facebook. Facebook is finally monetizing me, but I'm not really getting paid much on Facebook. So so I'm just giving YouTube a shot. Trying to build my audience, and hopefully someday soon maybe I can get monetized on YouTube. If well, like I said, the algorithm for YouTube, is I wouldn't say that it's complicated, but I would say that you definitely have to know what you're doing, what your audience is looking for. So I'm learning that about YouTube right now as we speak. So like I said, the algorithm for YouTube is not complicated, but it's more so using YouTube's algorithm, I guess, in your favor, I guess, to reach out to the audience that you want. So I would suppose that may be the reason why I love going live on YouTube a lot. Cause for some reason, it's like when you upload like videos, like even if you do edit those videos down to the T, like you got effects and all this stuff, and sometimes YouTube, I mean, the algorithm just won't push your stuff all the time. So I guess you just have to see what works, and it appears to me, it seems like me going live on YouTube has really served me well so far. And like I said, I'm not monetized or anything, but I'm starting to build my audience on YouTube. So I just keep doing it, and hopefully I get more subscribers and more likes and stuff, and I just keep going live and chatting with you all, and hopefully one day soon I could be monetized. Like I said, I'm not saying that that it's difficult, but like I said, you just have to figure out what works for you. So like I said, me going live on YouTube seems to work. And like I said, I seem to reach more audience this way versus doing a 2, 3, 4 minute video. And like I said, the YouTube algorithm just don't push my videos. But when I go live, hey, I encounter a lot of people. So I just stick with what works. And YouTube Shorts does work, but like I said, you just have to create, and you just have to see what works. And like I said, I'm still learning YouTube, and like I said, I'm not a big time YouTuber or anything like that. But like I said, I'm just a normal human being, a 9 to 5er who that's on a fixed income. They just enjoy getting on YouTube. So, but yeah, I don't even know how I even got into that conversation. I think someone at my YouTuber or something. But hey, we're trying to go left field. But enough about me though. I'm here to chat with y'all. I'm trying to see how y'all day been. What's been going on out there in the world. Mm-mm. Yeah, one thing for certain, I am excited that I got my meta glasses back. Yep, I got my meta glasses back, y'all. Finally. So, what games are y'all playing? I know someone asked me about Fortnite. On what VR? I don't have VR. Like I said, I have the Xbox Series X. I have the digital version, and my wife got me that one for. She got me that one for Christmas. So I Santa, I don't know who the fuck you are, so you can get the fuck off my live with that.
Maybe you gonna be up for a while.
Huh?
You gonna be up for a while.
Why you need me to go get a little Tony?
If you feel like it. I'm that's before I take my Benadryl. And babe, bust it wide. I ain't gonna get in your camera.
Nah, you good. I'll go get him. What time you say he get off at
Let me
10?
make sure you got okay, make sure you ain't had no bad. You got somebody looking.
Not anymore.
Okay.
You baby glad I ain't go live on
My
on
friend girl gonna tell me today, the one who always be talk her crazy ass nigga. She said, we always talk about the damn about saying something had to be some this. I said, girl, I gotta put my hood on the goddamn sketch because I would not be able to do nothing. Talk about some, don't, you see, the Bible says you cannot deny your husband. You gotta give it to him. I said, girl, you know how tired I will be. I said, girl, when I say, did you hear anything?
Yep.
I was like,
Yes, you did.
I had took a Benadryl because I thought she was going to get Tony, but I had calling the Uber, and the Uber lady said, "I understand, Mama. She drove up." I said, "But that's like I was constantly telling you in a minute why, like when you called me, like, look, I gotta call you back. I'm trying to get the lady
Mm-hmm.
not to fucking leave, because he said call it. He be wanting from at 8, 10 o'clock, but see, I had the later 8, 10 o'clock, but he didn't get out to 10:03.
That's his fault.
Yeah, no, but I'm pissed because they took my money
Damn.
twice.
This is the second time they took your money.
Yeah, that's the second time they took my money. But I'm asking about to take this Benadryl. Um,
That's the second time they took your money.
I'm trying to go ahead early. I said I'm going.
Oh shit. How early you trying to go to bed?
I'm finna get ready to go to bed. It's 8:41.
Nah, well you go get Tony then so you can stay up.
Huh?
You go get a little Tony so you can stay up.
Why am I staying up for, baby? I ain't gonna work tomorrow.
Me too.
What am I staying up for, though?
I don't know. You tell me.
Larry, you're not gonna have me say after work. I got to mop the floor. I got so much laundry to finish. I have been so I get in my mood where I can just lazy and it was just a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's
I
always
just
a
need to
lot.
get them, huh?
It's always a lot.
It's not always a lot. It's just been this month. It's kind of hard. This month kind of hard. Like,
Mm.
man, crazy shit. Everything happened. But it's all right.
Mm-mm-mm.
I ain't getting my babies.
I got one viewer watching. How you doing, one viewer?
I ain't getting my babies, huh?
I said I got one viewer watching. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. But I think this cool that I can hook my podcast stuff up to my phone, iPhone, and it actually works.
And Tanya was mad, said, "Oh, it is cool." Tanya was mad, Tanya, so I picked it up to her. I ended up picking up at 4:30 when look time. I thought she would be excited. I picked it up. She's like, "I want to stay."
So you pick. Oh, she awesome.
She like it. Yep, they was helping her. They had the tutors helping them with their homework and stuff, and they was gonna have playtime. So I said, "I'll let you stay.
New York Giants.
I'll let you stay tomorrow." I said, "I just, cause I was, I was off work. So I went on and got her."
New York Giants. It's all about the 49ers.
And then I got a I hope he get his car fixed, because Lord Jesus, getting looks on the work in hell.
I hope he gets car fixed too. Big task at hand. It's all about the 49ers. It's all about the 49ers. We gonna take it all this year. 49ers gonna get a Super Bowl. I'm claiming it already. Yes, I'm claiming it. 49ers gonna get their they gonna go ahead and get their Super Bowl ring. Ooh, the 49ers are still in the league. Yes, they are. They still in the league. They gonna beat the Giants too. Yes, sir. We gonna take it
Oh,
all.
it was a real deal flood. Like if Milwaukee flooded out. Remember we were watching dude laughing at dude?
Yeah.
It was a bad flood. A lot of cars it had flooded out in Milwaukee. We laughed that he just bullshit. It was a real bad flood the other day.
And, oh, I didn't
It was
know.
all on the CNN and stuff.
I
I'm
didn't.
like,
Oh, I
he
didn't
was
know.
acting like he was in danger.
Oh, I didn't know that flood was that bad in Milwaukee. I thought it was just that part where he was that got flooded out. What's up, big task at hand? What
He did
what
not
question
act
you
like
got?
he was in fucking danger.
That might deny like he was in danger. He was just on top of the car just chilling. Come,
Real wood coming.
yeah. Then my come asking for wood. Do you remember?
Why are my cards popping up from my job on my people you may know page? That mean they be looking at me like
Who?
my coworkers
What about him?
when they pop up on people you may know.
Uh they said when somebody search your profile and then you see them under your friend suggest and they just pop up around it, that mean that they looked you up. Do you remember the NFC championship game between the Giants and the 49ers? Nope, I don't remember. I wasn't no I didn't really care for football like that back then. I don't
I'm gonna
think.
try to hold that on the screen.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm not really an NFL fan that much, but I just enjoy watching football. Just to be honest, my wife and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and every 49er fan that I know, have pretty much converted me. But I just enjoy the perks that come with it, the vacations, the tailgating. Yeah, I just enjoy the perks, and so we gonna keep that one on the low. What's up, Maverick? How you doing? Welcome. Hey man, look,
I
I'm
gotta
tired.
get out this funk.
You gonna get out of it.
I've been for a
You
while.
want me to come up there and help you?
Those players, they work.
I ain't gonna make it worse. I'm not. He said, you seem like a cool dude to chill and have a beer with, and who cares if we hold hands
What you
together?
say, baby?
I don't know about the holding hands, man. Uh,
What the fuck you say?
uh, I don't know. Do you live in San Francisco? No, I don't live in San Francisco. I live in Tennessee. Just a couple buddies hanging out. Well, I don't mind hanging out for a drink and all that, but when you start talking about some holding hands now, you starting to make me look, you starting to make me look concerned.
Lock, lock
Mm, big task at hand. Oh boy. What we gonna do, man? What we gonna do? Hey, I'm off a good conversation now, but I'm just curious to see where this conversation going. I will play some music through my podcast equipment, but every time I do, YouTube always block my stuff for for copyright. So I don't play music anymore. What up, Tyson? You back? I was just saying I would play some music or whatnot, but I mean every time I do, I get hit with copyright. So I just say, you know what? I'm just not gonna play the music anymore. I ain't gonna do no music anymore on my lives, and so unless it's some unless it's a non-copyright kind of music, but hey, I can't find too many of them that I enjoy listening to. So yeah, what it is. Tyson, where did you go? I thought you was still on. You left and you came back. Well, welcome back. I'm still on here chatting, going strong. You know, having some weird encounters and some weird conversation. I got people coming in on the live. I appreciate the compliment. I am a cool dude. To hang around, but I don't know about buddies holding hands and all that. But when you start talking about holding hands now, I don't got nothing against against the LGT or the LGQTB, community and all this stuff. Now that's what you are, but you know, I'm, I'm respectful, of that group, but when you start getting a little too aggressive with it, now I gotta put my foot down. Like, I don't roll that way now. No. But I will say they are some of the coolest people to hang out with, though. I have some cool friends that's part of the LGBTQB community or whatever how it go in that order. I got some cool friends, in that group. I respect them, they respect me, and we don't cross any lines. And, it's all about good times and stuff. So I don't know if I told y'all earlier. I do got my meta glasses. I got my meta glasses on. My Ray Ban made it. My Ray Ban meta glasses. Yep. And I enjoy them. I enjoy every bit of these glasses. Even at work today, everybody complimented me on these glasses. I love my meta glasses, man. I create all kind of content with these glasses. I enjoy it a lot. Tyson, where you from? Where you from, Tyson? Just curious. I don't know if I ever asked where you was from. Ooh, excuse me, man. Lord, I done had a long shift, boy. I had to work some over. Had to work a little overtime today, so it's going on 9 o'clock. I got up this morning at 4 o'clock. Went to the gym at 4:30 this morning. Did about an hour workout. I said probably did some cardio, did some weightlifting with the dumbbells, and yeah, made it home. Got a good shower. Made me a smoothie. Went to work. I said we had a jury trial, and that went kind of late. So, bless you too. So yeah, but I came on live this evening because someone asked me to, and like I said, I'm here. And the person who asked me is not even on live right now. So, but it's okay. It's okay. Hopefully they hop on my live, while I'm still on. And but like I say, I just hop back on live this evening per someone's request, and I don't mind doing it because I enjoy you know going live on YouTube and chatting with you all. So y'all my YouTube family. So wherever you are part of my YouTube family. Oh Lord, I'm just tired of work. I just want to win. I just want to win the Powerball just one time and and, and just tell my boss just straight in the face, be like, you know what, I quit. You can have all this stuff back. Just drop it off right there at the desk. Be like, I quit. Can't do it. I'm rich now. I don't need this anymore. Man, do you know? So you people just don't know. Us 9 to 5 man. Us 9 to 5 boy. Just working 5 days out of the week, getting up early in the morning, feeling like a slave, man. It's like, you can't stand this. Can't stand this stuff, man. Can't make this up. You feel like a slave to the wage, but but what can you do? Got bills to pay, you know. So can't just sit around and do nothing. You don't want to be out there on the streets either. So you just gotta hustle and grind. And like I said, some of us don't have no investment portfolios, and we know some of us don't have any wealth handed down to us. And like I said, some of us are really out here getting it out the mud. Some of us are really out here grinding, getting it out the mud. Now, now you got wealthy, you got some wealthy people out there, they give you a little, they give you a little free game, to change your perspective and your way of thinking of how you can become a millionaire, gain wealth and riches and all of this stuff. And you got people out there, some people just don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? Of doing, some things. Now, not to make any excuses for people, but I believe that if you truly want to do something, want to be someone, and you just gotta get up and get out there and go get it. And like I said, a lot of us, as I mentioned, are not born with riches and investment portfolios and all this stuff. Like I said, some people that's just really out here grinding, getting it. And like I say, and you know, in the process of you out there grinding, and getting that paper to bread, you know, you kind of you kind of want to look into doing your own research, about investing in stocks and investing, in property here and there and things like that. But like I said, even I'm constantly doing research about you know about um about stocks, real estate. And, I'm trying to learn as much as I can, and this wealthy guy, I forget what his name was, that I was watching on YouTube, pretty much saying, the rich, the wealthy, all they do is they continue to learn. So and continue to obtain knowledge. So and it's a true saying that knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So So, like I said, there are ways, to gaining wealth and riches, things like that. Whether you're doing it through stocks, real estate, and all that stuff. So, like I said, you just gotta go out there and grind, do your research, put a little something to the side for yourself to invest. But like I said, some of us 9 to 5ers, like I said, we don't really just have the luxury, of diving into those kind of things head on first. But like I said, we just getting it how we can. Zachary Holden says, try investing in yourself. Throwing money at things isn't bulletproof. That is true. That is, I absolutely agree with that. And and you should invest in yourself. You do all that hard work. Working 9 to 5. Coming home tired and all that stuff, man. I agree. I believe that everyone should be able to invest in themselves. I do believe that. You should be able to enjoy the fruit of your labors. But a lot of this stuff is really not rocket science, but it just more, in my opinion, I think it's more so, obtaining that information, to get to where you're trying to go. Like I said, some knowledge is not free. I will say that. Like some knowledge is not free. But that's why it pays to invest in yourself. Do the research. Read, obtain that knowledge. To get to where you need to go. Cause like I said, cause some people is not gonna do it for you. You got to do that stuff for yourself. I watched my guy Wall Street Trapper. As far as me trying to learn how to invest in stocks, the thing is how it works. As far as the rich and the wealthy, the he said that the the lion is not going to tell the gazelle when he's going to hunt, because the gazelle is going to know how to get away. And I guess that's how the wealthy people keep the you know people poor. So, and I could be wrong, I don't know, but it kind of makes sense. Like I said, there's information that's gonna cost you, but it shouldn't cost you. So, but oh, mm, but no, but it seems though these days though information is not it's not as free as people think it is, especially when we're talking about you know s- you know s- investment stocks, real estate, things of that nature. Like I said, you should always read, research, and obtain that knowledge. So, and honestly, to tell you the God honest truth, I wouldn't invest in something that I don't understand. Like if I don't understand it, I'm not going to invest in it. Like if and, and like I say, if I have had that knowledge and information what I'm investing in, I would. But like I said, if I don't know what I'm investing in and I don't understand, how something works, then I won't invest in it. And that's just me. Period. Okay, so well, I went a little overboard with the times. Like I said, it's 9:02. I've been on here for about 39 minutes. I typically try not to stay on too long. Try not to bore you guys with my conversations and stuff. But I really get on live to chat with you guys. But So I'm gonna go ahead and log off. I appreciate you all joining my live, and I appreciate you all for chatting with me. And like I said, if you do, and if you enjoy these lives and these conversations, like I said, just hit that like and subscribe button. And I appreciate you all. Y'all take it easy, tight, and I'll holler at you. Like I said, or I may not go live in the morning, but like I said, y'all take it easy. Peace.